Is this shit even on? You a menace. Hey bro, can you fucking stop? Alright y'all, so on the last video that I recorded, I said that I was gonna order the valve covers for the Z, and I said I was gonna probably gonna get the aluminum based ones from Concept Z Performance. And I woke up this morning and guess what came in the mail today? Hold on, I'm about to show y'all, bro, cause this shit is gas. Bam! At first, I didn't know what it was because the box is literally so light. And then I remembered they're aluminum, bro. They're supposed to be light. So we're gonna open these up. They're from Concept Z Performance. They're the aluminum base package. I didn't get the plastic ones just because in the plastic ones you can't replace the tube seals if they go bad. In the aluminum base ones, you can actually replace the tube seals if they go bad, like the little grommet things that go inside the tube seals for the spark plugs. You can replace those in the aluminum base ones, but you can't do it on the plastic ones. So just a heads up, if you guys are looking to replace your 350Z valve covers, if you get the plastic / OEM ones, you cannot replace the tube seals individually. But if you go with the aluminum based ones, you can replace them individually once they do go out. Plus they are higher quality and they are cheaper, bro. So I mean, you're really not losing anything. Yo, don't let this camera angle fool you, bro. I'm not short. I promise. I'm 5'9". You like my knife? And my little box cutter. Nothing like opening brand new car parts, bro, I swear. Ooh. That already looks amazing. Y'all seeing that? Oof. I went with a black finish too, just in case. I didn't want the valve covers to look stained or anything. Oh my God, am I in the way? Yeah, I am. You can just feel the quality difference already. Tube seals are right here, and then the actual, valve cover gasket. Oh, that is so fucking nice. Oh my God. I'm like a kid on Christmas. All right, leave me alone. These are the actual tube seals that were leaking on mine. You can't really tell on the camera, but they're not stiff or like, dry rotting like they were on mine. The eBay valve covers that I bought for the Z, when I got them, first of all, the quality was not this good. And on top of that, when I checked the tube seals themselves, I noticed that they were kind of stiff.
Hey, yo!
That kind of worried me a little bit with the other ones that I bought, and that led me to believe that they were sitting in storage for like a year, bro. Like, who knows how long they've been, but these do not feel like that at all. I believe we got hardware in here, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not exactly sure. Yep, I see it at the bottom. I'm looking in these corners to see if I see like any cracks or anything, but you can tell Concept Z really cares about their packaging and stuff like that. All of the bolts that go on each valve cover and the AM fittings for the vacuum hoses and stuff like that. Yo, no sticker, bro? What the fuck? Come on, bro. Y'all lacking, Concept Z. Yo, at least Z1 gave me a sticker, dog. Hold on, now that I think about that, we haven't put that Z1 sticker on the car, so let's go do that. On the last video, I also mentioned injectors, and just so you guys know, I did order the injectors from Z1 and their actual OEM, but they are on back order, bro. So I'm gonna have to wait for them to get that shipped out. But as soon as I get an update from Z1, I'll be sure to let y'all know. So yeah, I'm going broke over this piece of shit. Look, bro, we got the valve covers. All we're missing is the injectors, but we're still gonna pull the old valve covers and replace them. Probably not gonna tighten everything down just because to get to the injectors, you gotta take out the valve covers again and the entire upper and lower plenum. But we are gonna remove the old valve covers and we're probably gonna inspect them to see where they failed and where they didn't. What I'm really excited about is pulling the old injectors and just looking at them because I got a feeling that they're gonna be really cruddy and the O-rings are just gonna be completely toast. Plus we get to see if this car was actually running OEM injectors to begin with or if it wasn't. Which I'm hoping it does, bro, because I already got the car tuned and I don't wanna get it retuned again. But we'll see once we pull the injectors out. Yo, side note too, bro, this fucking lighting makes me look like goddamn Edward from Twilight. There she is. God, I miss driving this car so much. My baby. Now, hold on. He thought I forgot about you. He thought I forgot about you. Oh yeah, we putting these on the car right now. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? I am gonna have to take this midnight RPM sticker out, but I might as well just do it, bro, because when I ordered it, I forgot to put the @ symbol right here, or even just like the YouTube little symbol. I'll just order some new ones and I'll put the Z1 sticker in the meantime. Got my little tool right here. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Alright, this shit is not working. We using this knife again. I don't give a fuck. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Kitchen knife is always the play. I'm telling y'all. We just get some alcohol for that glue right there and we're chilling, bro. This shit is easy. I'll put my hands up, play my song, butterflies fly away. Not in my head like yeah. Bro, no cap. This is always like the most nerve-wracking part of like placing down stickers or like vinyl or anything. Oh my god, bro. I'm already fucking up. I'm not good with this shit. All right, I got one chance to make this shit look good. Hold on, hold on. Damn, that look good, bro. Oh shit. Hey, ignore the bird shit on the window. I haven't washed this car in like a month. Ever since it's been down, and it's been sitting outside with the Corolla, and sometimes it sits in here. So, all right, I'm gonna do the other side off camera, and then we're gonna move on to the valve covers in the front, which I'm excited about, bro. But we gotta do this carefully because if we lose one bolt for the plenum or anything else, yeah, we're done. Every single bolt that we take out of this plenum and every single bolt that we take out of this car, we gotta make sure that it doesn't get lost. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use this special tool that I got to make sure that all of my bolts and nuts are not misplaced. Hey, bro, I'm not one of these fancy ass mechanics that got like this big ass magnetic plate that you can just put on the side of the car and not lose all your shit. So all the nuts and bolts we're gonna be putting right here. Watch me lose this shit too, bro. Like, oh my god. Let's get started, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you are gonna do this valve cover job, make sure that when you remove each spark plug wire, number them. So cylinder number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Because you don't want to misplace these spark plug wires, right? You want to make sure that you put them in the correct order where you took them out of, if that makes sense. So if it helps, just grab like some blue painter's tape or something like that and just number each wire so you know which cylinder it goes to. Probably gonna grab some tape that I got laying around and just number these real quick before I actually start doing this. Grab yourself a Sharpie or something to mark the cylinders with. And yeah, it doesn't matter if you number them 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. As long as you put the wire back in the same spot where it came from, you're all set. So as long as you can remember that, I'm just gonna mark it because my stupid ass is gonna forget. So yeah, just put the wire back where you found it, bro. It's that simple. Bro, since this car is so low in the front, I forgot how annoying it is to work in the engine bay. Like, my back is killing me right now. Number that number 1, I don't know if y'all can see it right there, and then we're just gonna keep on numbering them so we know where to put them back when we put the new valve covers on. All right, we got number 2, move on to number 3. You kind of get the point. One of the fittings for the valve cover vacuum lines, yeah, as I was pulling it, it just completely just snapped in half, and in the process it gave me this shit, brother. So glad that the kit does come with these fittings, but man, I really hope that's the only thing that we break today. Like I said, I've already done this job before, but it doesn't mean that I can't mess up on the second go around. So we're gonna take it step by step. You know, we're not gonna rush it. We're not gonna get frustrated. But I swear to God, bro, if I break another fucking bolt, real talk, bro, I can't handle breaking another bolt. Like, I'm gonna lose my shit. When I did this job the first time, it was all done just by feel. I don't have a torque wrench, like, at all. So when I put this plenum back on, it was all done just by feel. And I didn't get any vacuum leaks, surprisingly. If I could do that again for a second time, I'll be straight. I hope so. No Kodak. Okay, well, the plenum itself is not that dirty, but that, bro, I'm really curious to see what these fuel injectors look like and if they are the OEM fuel injectors. You know what's crazy? Most likely it wasn't the actual injectors getting clogged or, like, you know, failing, even though they are 23 years old, but it probably just was like one of the 2 O-rings on each injector. There's an O-ring at the top and an O-ring at the bottom, and if one of those 2 O-rings fails, we're not gonna get the right amount of oil pressure inside the cylinder. This is just proof we gotta get a catch can installed because this is ridiculous. Wow. All right, let's just start removing bolts, get this plenum out of here, and check out what the injectors look like. Fucking backyard mechanic over here. Even the bolts are drenched in oil. Hey, that's a good video idea too, bro. We gonna get a catch can and install it in the Z. My thing is, I gotta know which catch can or which brand I'm gonna go with.
2 hours later.
Man, so it's been like literally like 2.5 hours of me sitting here dealing with these injectors and fiddling with them, and I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. My guess is that my O-rings are worn out. They look kind of, flat, and they're not really like squishy, but they're not stiff either. They're kind of in between. I don't know if that makes sense. All 6 of them are like that. I checked the top ones, which they're somewhere in there, and like I said, I'm not gonna take this apart because I don't want to get fuel all over me again. But my guess is that these O-rings are kind of toast. Whenever I would put the injector in the actual intake runner, it would wiggle a lot, like side to side, and I've heard that's not good. So anyways, when the new injectors come in, those also come with new O-rings, so I'll just, get that out of the way. Even if that's not like the main issue, I'll just get that out of the way and just be 100% sure. Plus, these are 23-year-old injectors, bro, so it's not rare for these injectors to, start failing. Even if they're not leaking, they can still have a really bad spray pattern, and that can also cause a misfire until the computer, gets used to the spray pattern, and then sends the right amount of air to compensate, whatever. You guys kind of understand what I'm trying to say. They are on back order, so I do have to wait an unknown amount of time, which kind of sucks. But at least we'll be 100% sure that these are not the issue, along with the O-rings, both the top and the bottom O-rings. But on to what we really came here for. These. I'm gonna get the new ones, take these out, and then we should put them back in. And we should be able to install them no problem, since when we have to replace the injectors, we don't have to, take them out in any way. They're right there, so let's get to it.
3 hours later.
Yeah, so just overall cheap, just build quality, and you can actually tell right here, it has a little bit of play on one of these tube seals. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, it has a little bit of play on that one. These ones, not so much. I believe these tube seals are not supposed to have play at all, man. So, moral of the story, cheap parts, cheap results. Really important too. If you want a clean maiden surface between the gasket, the valve cover gasket, and the head, make sure you get a rag with like some brake cleaner or something and scrape all the old gasket sealer or any residue or any oil that's on here, and you scrape that off. Like, you clean it off completely, all across, all around the edges. Same with the other side. Your boy musty right now. Old piece of shit, new piece of shit. I'm gonna show you guys a little hack. Some of this gray RTV, like this little silicone RTV thing. You put it in these corners where like the valve cover gasket doesn't reach, like these outside corners right here, because the valve cover goes up to here, and then it goes straight, and then it goes over here, and then it goes down again, and then it goes straight. But it doesn't go into these corners, like on the outside. Same with these corners right here. The gasket doesn't extend onto these corners or these upper corners or anywhere like where it's outside, like right there and on that upper corner, right there and right there. Just anywhere where the gasket doesn't touch, just add a little bit of this. It'll help in the future, trust me, and you won't have to worry about any stupid ass leaks. Alright, so that got a little hectic. Camera's battery died, but I mean, bro, we still good. We still chilling. We got the valve covers installed onto the Z, and they look amazing. They don't look as flashy as the other ones do, with the nice red color. But I mean, I'll take not looking flashy and being functional over being flashy and not working in the long term any day. Now, all we're waiting for is the Z1 OEM injectors for the Z. They are on back order, so it's gonna take a little bit of time for them to get here. Hopefully within the next week they ship out, but fingers crossed. That's another thing. I checked out the O-rings and they didn't look cracked or anything like that. They didn't look dry at all, but they did look a little bit flat, if that makes sense. Injectors do come with brand new O-rings, both the top and the bottom, so I got nothing to worry about when it comes to that. It's just a matter of time, right? Like, I'm just waiting for the OEM injectors to ship here so I can install them into the car and see if that actually fixes the damn misfire that we have. Fucking thing in my eye, god damn. As always, y'all, I'll keep y'all posted on anything that happens with the Z. I do upload every single Monday, And if y'all want to go check out my Instagram for a closer look at anything that happens with the project, I would appreciate it 100%. I'll catch y'all boys later, man.